So today we are looking at Ascended Heroes pull rates. They have finally been determined, and by the looks of it, it's over a 2,000 pack kind of data analysis. Now, to be honest, I'd like to get even just one of the packs. I think this is probably the problem. Like, it's great seeing that these pull rates are fantastic and everything's all Gucci, but I don't know where they are. It's quite literally just not there. So, unfortunately, as good as it might be, it's just not going to really matter too much on this, unfortunately. And I do want to kind of go over, if we do go over the sets, let's go browser sets on here. We do also have kind of like the maximum amount of what we're looking at. 4,393 for the basic, 4.5 for the master, and 4.5 for the expert, but we're not quite finished there. So we are talking about a massive set here. This is prismatic level. If you've kind of not been well versed with what Ascended Heroes is, it's a very big set. So what you've got is you've got base. You've got two different reverse energies, so you'll be able to see here, in fact, you've obviously got the kind of energy and then a Pokeball. If there is a rocket, so I don't know what's going to be the first rocket here, but say we look at, I know Articuno is one of them. Where is Articuno? I think she's, is it Articuno? Oh, I'm thinking of Moltres. There is a rocket somewhere, probably in the dark types. Let's go further down. I've probably missed so many of them, but am I wrong? There we go, dark types. There's probably 15 before this, but you've got the rocket instead of the Pokeball. Obviously, the Murkrow, you have the energy symbol there. If then you kind of go further down, when it comes to the actual trainers, you just have the reverse holo. There's nothing on it. It's just reverse holo in general. And then obviously we have got a solid lineup of ARs and SARs, to be honest. I think this is a stunning set across the board. You can get it in Japanese, you can get it in Korean, so there is loads of different options if you don't want to necessarily pay the crazy amounts. And then obviously we do have the ability to get God packs from this set as well. We're obviously looking at some of these SARs. I believe it is the Gengar and also the Dragonite that are going to be keeping the value. 662 for the Gengar SAR, 424 for the Dragonite, and 429 for obviously the gold Charizard. And then I believe there's actually, and 279 for the Dragonite as well. So they are holding up the prices, as you'll see here. So at the moment we have got a Mega Hyper Rare, which is going to be the gold cards, can be found in an average of 540 booster packs, making them much easier to pull than previous sets. The rate is more than double that of Mega Evolution, which is nice to know. 1 in 1,260. Now, for me personally, I don't like them. They just don't do anything for me in general. Like, I love the black and white set. Like, obviously you had the black Zekrom and the white Reshiram. I like that it's not just thrown out there. I want a massive fan of the red Victini. I could allow it. I don't like that they put it in both sets. I think that's just, sometimes it's almost like they're making a new rarity just to make it difficult to pack. I don't like the look of them. I'd much rather they put 5 times much more effort into giving yourselves a new SAR than go with the gold, in my opinion anyway. The special illustration rares can be found in every 70 packs, which is notably better than Phantasmal Flames, which is crazy because Phantasmal Flames is a small set. I am expecting to be able to see quite a bit. 80 packs for Phantasmal, which is better than Mega Evolution at 101. However, there are more SARs in this set, which is fair. So obviously, like it says, you are making it harder to pull a specific. The new Mega Attack can be found in 1 in every 29. I like that. That's fine. Because Mega Attack takes the place of Ultra Rares in packs, it's slightly harder to pull Ultra Rares now. They're in 1 in 21 compared to 1 in 12. I mean, yeah, I can kind of see that, but still, I do think that that's a little bit out of the ordinary for me. I feel like there should be still, they should kind of still be there. Like, you're adding to this. So this is a big set. And this was the problem with black and white. They should have made, and I like what they did, they should have made it into a singular set. Black and white. I know they went with the black ball, white flare, but together and make the pulls just thick and fast. That is what the pull should have been, and unfortunately it just wasn't. And that's going to be the biggest issue with these big sets, is they just make them so difficult to go and pack everything, so you just have to go and buy singles. I mean, like, I haven't opened up any Ascended Heroes, not been at any launch, so I mean, in general, like, I've been enjoying opening up the Japanese instead, but you're just going to go out and buy them singularly and just wait for all the cards to drop. Next up, illustration rares are 1 in 9, which seems to be about standard. Like, I think you see some in 1 in 7, 1 in 8, but 1 in 9 to 10 is kind of the average there, which is absolutely fine. Double rares are a 1 in 5, which I think again is about normal. So again, like, you've got the Phantasmal, you've got 1 in 8, 1 in 9 for illustrations, 1 in 12 for the Ultra, 1 in 5 for obviously the double rares, which is the EXs. Mega Evolution, 1 in 5, 1 in 12, 1 in 9. Standard there, we've got the Black Bolt and White Flare. We have 1 in 80 for the SARs, so a little bit more than this one. Master Balls, which was extra thrown in there. They haven't really put a commonality of these because they are in every pack, the kind of Pokeball or the energy symbol, but you only get one of each, so you kind of got to open up a fair whack to be able to get every single one. The IRs are 1 in 6, which is always nice. Going back to Destined Rivals, 1 in 5, 1 in 12. We have 1 in 12 and Journey Together. Surprisingly, I thought that set was relatively nice, and to be honest, I did open up a fair whack of it. We have 1 in 13 Ultra Rare. I know they only had special illustrations, of course. Surge and Sparks was 1 in 13. So you can see the set is slowly coming down. But remember, this is a big set. Like I say, it's not a small set by any stretch. Like it says, you can get the better rates, which I think is what most sets should have. But there's a lot to get. So you could definitely get a 1 in 9. But there is a lot to kind of search for. And to be honest, like I said, like the £2 values, you might as well just start seeking them out right now. And I think that is going to be way easier. And just hold off on these 45 Psyducks. Like, we saw the exact same with the... Was it Destined Rivals? We saw the same with the Misty's. I don't know why I'm doing that. Sort by... let's go high number. I think that should take me to the... Yeah, so we saw the same with... Was it Lapras in this set? Yeah, Misty's Lapras, and to be fair, the Psyduck has held its value at 40, but this was like 50 quid at one point. I believe the Psyduck was like at 65, so you can see already that the values drop in tremendously, and even then, throw a Japanese, you'll probably get it for like a $5. So that is kind of the big thing when you are looking at these sets. It is a big set. We've got even more down here. We've got 1 in 13. I'm always interested in the illustrations because that's the one. 1 in 13 for that Eevee as well, which is nice. 1 in 13 for a Temporal. Was that Twilight? What about? Okay, what's this? Oh, this is individuals. 1 in 160 for the Gold Charizard. It's a very cheap set. I would say if you're looking at anything Obsidian, go and buy the individuals. Like, it'd be crazy not to. And then obviously you go further back, you can obviously see we have got the illustrations at the bottom there, 1 in 13 for most things. So a good set pull, I must admit, but I do think it's going to be great. Like, I definitely wouldn't be looking at Market for this. I think Market would be just a travesty to try and buy all of these, but at least we know if there was a massive print of these, that at the very minimum, the pull rates should be relatively nice. Leave it a comment down below if you've managed to open any and kind of where you are with this set. Peace.